You might like to know that along our journeys I picked up some magical armor that you might find useful.
Just like that, this guy out of a pit. He's like, hey, you gotta help my uncle. And you'd be like, oh, alright, here, yeah, let's just take all our magical items.
Not that I'm a big fan of you or anything, but I've been carrying this armor around forever and nobody else wants to use it.
Wait, what's Coltaine giving him?
I have some Delver's armor +2.
That's what, hide? I mean, leather?
I think so.
Where'd you get that from?
I don't remember. We picked it up as a reward from somewhere and nobody wanted to use it. I did not loot it off a dead companion.
Where's armor?
I don't have the handbook on me, so I can't see what it applies to, and I didn't really fill it out other than say that it's light armor.
Oh, so you don't know if it's leather or hide or... I mean, that was probably in keep, right?
Yeah, if you want, you can easily make it useless by choosing which one it is. But I think it might have been at the end of the keep. Because I'm pretty sure I've been carrying it around longer than the beginning of this.
Looking into it. I did a Control F in my keep book, and nothing came up for Delver.
Okay, maybe not. How about...
Was it Zooks, maybe? No.
No, I don't loot their bodies. It might be from, that pansy warchief guy that kept running. You know where Sorrow was kicking ass?
Where Sorrow was kicking ass. You mean in this campaign? In this adventure?
Yes, in this campaign.
The one where she killed the 3 slaves?
No, with the... where we first found Salvana? The lair of the Blood Reavers?
Oh, right. That's possible. Yeah, let me see. Yes, +2 Delver's chainmail.
Oh, it's chainmail?
Yes.
What?
So, sorry John, all that for nothing.
Well, I'm gonna assume that Coltaine still hands him the armor, and Corvus looks at it, seeing it as chainmail. He's like, thank you, but I'll pass.
Oh, alright then, Coltaine sighs. I'll just keep carrying this around with me because it's potentially useful, and I like carrying like 40 pounds of friggin' armor.
It makes you feel more armored.
You're like Rhekd, but instead of weapons, it's just armor.
You know, back in the day I used to wear scale mail. That was my favorite, but nobody ever has friggin' magical scale armor, so I'm stuck with this dwarven chainmail, which is still more useful than the +2 Delver's thing, because I get to heal off of it. Coltaine walks away, muttering to himself.
Oh, give it to Splug.
Yeah, that's a good investment.
Nope. Coltaine just left him with some sort of inspiring words, you know?
Alright, so the Drogans and their newfound allies and the freed slaves make their way back to the 7-pillared hall. How do they find their way back?
Just
Red
follow the
crumbs.
nose.
Weren't there
Breadcrumbs.
markings that we were following?
What were the markings?
They were, you know, the dwarven markings?
Yeah, close enough. Along the way back, the slaves continue to thank you guys profusely. And before you know it, you're back at the Seven-Pillared Hall, having escorted the slaves safely to freedom. Well, to a
Some
slightly...
of the slaves.
Most of the
Because remember,
slaves,
three
yes.
of them, 2 of them were burned. 1 of them fell to his death. 5 others apparently ran into a labyrinth being chased by a duergar. So I mean, all in all, we're still
And
minus
2
8,
are
right?
still, the 2 most important slaves, I dare say. Wouldn't you guys agree?
You dare say.
Well, I think in your opinion, that the Dwarven blacksmith and Lord Padraig are the most important of the slaves.
Nima doesn't even know these people.
Coltaine barely knows these people.
They mean nothing to her.
Actually, I'm doing a head count right now, and not counting John's new character, Corvus, there's actually 8 slaves that we have. So technically, we lost half of the slaves that we came to save. Mixed battle, you know.
No one needs to know.
50% yield is not so bad, you know?
Well, to be fair,
okay.
you came to save the Winterhaven slaves, and you find out that some of these slaves, they're not actually from Winterhaven. They were miners who were captured by the Grimmerzhul as they were just walking their route.
Well, in that case, Coltaine says to them all as they reach the Seven-Pillared Hall, "Those of you who have a life to go back to, you are free to return to it. I wish you the best of luck. Specifically Evandra's luck, because I remember that she's a goddess of luck."
Impressive.
Yes, I remember some things. Those of you who do not know if you have a life left, I'm sure that when these Winterhavenites return to their home, they might welcome a few extra hands to keep the village running, town running.
Silver Bomax actually gives a very interesting, I guess, suggestion, and he says to trade them.
Well, they're only worth like 10 gold each, so I don't know if it's really worth it to go through the trouble.
It's a good point.
Back in the Seven-Pillared Hall. Most of the slaves head on off. Ron, Kelfin, and Delphina Moongem once again thank you all and ask if there's anything that they can do to help you recover Lord Padraig and Thair Coalstriker.
Mainly we require information, which unfortunately you've given us everything you know. You've told us everything you know. I'm not sure if there's anything else you can do to help. Though if you want to see a friendly face, I suggest you head over to the tavern.
So the 2 head on over to the Half Moon Inn, or they say they'll wait for you to return with the rest of their comrades.
Shouldn't we go to the tavern as well? Or possibly that skull thing from that side quest to that guy there?
Rest first.
Rest first. So we go to the tavern too. Where's the door? There it is.
Oh, I guess we bring Sorrow's body with us or something.
Yeah, it needs to sleep too.
Hey, where did Splug go?
He dispersed with the rest of the crowd.
Oh, good for him.
Well, after what you said to him, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to stick around with us anymore.
Why are there two Delphinas?
It's because you can't see Salvanna's name, that's why.
I don't know what you're talking about,
It's
Nick.
an illusion. Yeah,
I
really,
don't know
Nick.
what I'm talking about either.
So you're heading to the Half Moon Inn for a well-deserved extended rest?
Oh, you bet.
And maybe some ice cream.
I think it's a good time for cake. Did they have cake in the medieval times? They probably had pie.
Well, they had cake, yeah. It's just, it was very different.
It was more like bread, probably.
Yeah.
They had
just,
cram.
What's cram? Sounds awful, I gotta tell you.
No, don't tell us. Let's just have pie. Let's have nice underground pie.
All-American
I thought you were
apple
going to
pie.
say underpants pie.
Blueberry pies.
It's actually mushroom
What
pie.
the hell?
Yeah, I was expecting mushroom.
I hate mushrooms.
You hate mushrooms, what?
You're Coltaine. You have to
No.
roleplay.
Coltaine's alright. He likes mushrooms. He's not
Screw
afraid
that.
of anything, except most things.
Apparently they
I want a
had
chicken
pound
pie.
cake drenched in brandy. Thanks, Fuzzy Wolf Beta. That actually sounds pretty good. You guys want that?
Especially the brandy part.
Sounds a lot better than pie.
Yeah, I'll have some of that.
Better than mushroom pie.
Oh yeah, and as Eurowell says, they must have cooked with a lot of butter too. So extra unhealthy means extra delicious.
Did they put bacon on that cake?
Okay, this isn't Super Mealtime or whatever that show is.
Epic meal time.
time.
Yeah. Alright, you enjoy your
Rhekd
cake
also-
over the course of, what, 6 hours?
Rhekd also orders a chicken
And a chicken.
and a salad.
And a
and a
salad.
salad to
And mushroom pie, why not? Salad, because you're watching your figure, of course.
Yeah, I ate the salad after I finished the like 5-pound chicken or whatever, the biggest chicken they have.
Nima chats with Sylvana and lets her know about Sorrow's death.
Coltaine conspicuously eats quickly, avoids Hannah or whatever the hell her name is, and goes to sleep somewhere.
As soon as Sylvana hears the news, she immediately stares daggers at Coltaine.
He's looking the other way. He avoids her eyes.
Nima tries to argue on Coltaine's behalf with Sylvana, but eventually just agrees.
Agrees with what? Agrees with dagger eyes?
Yep.
It's just not fair. I went down before she did. I don't know. Everyone else was fine. She died. That's her fault. It's not like I was in control of that or anything.
So you're taking the rest of this day off, right? I think you
am.
deserved it. You had a very busy morning. I mean, we have to remember, this whole thing took, what? No more than half an hour, right? Well, not counting the trip. The actual, once you're within the Horned Hold, that was all, what? I know it's true, you got that hour there, so maybe an hour and a half tops. Basically,
No,
it's
we had-
noon at the latest, right?
We had an extended rest while we were down there.
I don't think you did. Did you?
Really? It was only a
I
short
think we
rest?
did. I think we did.
Between the
extend it at
first
one point.
fort to the next, I think we did.
I believe this is true.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
we did.
you know, I think you're right. Yeah.
Jen shared a bed with Sorrow at some point. Or twice, even.
Nima did.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's ask our guests. Do you folks remember? Did they take an extended rest?
5 points for the correct answer.
You don't know what the correct answer is. It's kind of hard.
I remember
It's what we want
using
to hear.
the messy beds.
Yeah, but was that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that could have just been
resounding
for a
yes.
short. Okay, fantastic. So, that another 6 hours. It's afternoon. Let's say. It's still the same
5
day.
points for everyone.
The lesbians did sleep together. Silver Bomax.
And now it's necrophilia.
Yeah.
So while you guys are taking this rest, and you just have like you've put Sorrow on a chair, you're like feeding her cake. Yes, no.
She
Yes.
deserves cake. She's worked hard.
So you've brought her into the inn, you've propped her up on a chair, and you're leaving her there for 6 hours?
No, we should probably take care of her first.
Yeah. Take her to the temple, I guess. Take her loot. Take her to the temple. We can say hi to our friend, Hobgoblin Warcaster 63.
He looks like he's still immobilized.
Actually, maybe we could just get Salvana to take care of Sorrow. She's capable. She knows how to talk.
Maybe we should cut off her horns.
Well, if you're going to the temple, you should send Coltaine, because he's already made a hefty donation there.
Kaiser suggests you make a horned helmet with Sorrow's horns. Coltaine already has a horned helmet.
I like this idea. Or like,
Can I upgrade it?
you know, one of those...
Double the horns.
Double the horns,
Like
there you go.
one of those horns that you blow in for battle cries and stuff. Like a hunting horn.
So, in tribute to Sorrow, we defile her corpse, hollow out one of her horns, and make awkward noises with it before we charge into battle.
She'd appreciate the irony.
It's true, because by blowing into it and making the noise, you'd stop yourselves from getting a surprise round.
We could kick down the door and then go
And then run away or something. That would be it.
I think it's a bad idea. Only because it sounds like too much trouble.
And I think the inn patrons may be a little put off by you dismembering your comrade.
We've done worse.
In public?
No, but we have done worse.
Salvana, do you think you could arrange a resting place for Sorrow?
Just take her to the temple.
Salvana
Say
says,
we need...
well, I'm pretty busy here, but I think it's only right that I don't let Coltaine deal with her.
We take her to the temple. Coltaine made a hefty donation there already. We say we need to have a service, but only once we're done with our business. Hopefully they can, I don't know, just take out her guts and stuff her full of formaldehyde or something.
That just
No.
sounds really suspicious.
No,